Hi there, I am the Essence of Femininity, also known as I'm Yellow Butterfly on YouTube, and I am a certified professional life and recovery coach, and that is codependency recovery. If you look at a lot of the previous videos I've made on YouTube from 2020 onward, it shows you how I arrived to becoming a certified professional life coach. I also had to overcome codependency, and that prompted me to be the life coach that I am today, hopefully helping you. I'm going to talk about what it looks like to know that you're starting to heal from codependency, some of the signs. These are some of the signs that I have the pleasure of enjoying and manifesting and being able to identify my own personal life. And these are signs I want you to look for as you're on your healing journey. Now, before I go into that, I want you to know that you can click the link in the bio to schedule a free consultation with me. I want to help you the best way that I can. There's opportunities for you to schedule your sessions if you're interested in scheduling, but you deserve to invest in your mental health in some capacity. Again, I am a life coach that want to see you succeed on the other side of codependency, which is authenticity, to be empowered. And these are some of the signs that you'll know. For one, you'll stop gossiping. And you'll probably say, well, what does gossiping have to do with codependency? Well, a lot of times you're looking for a way to relate to someone else. So if Jane Doe was talking about Tommy Timbuktu or whoever, you may join in that gossip and be in agreement because that people pleasing side of you wants to be accepted. And so you'll join in versus saying, you know what, I don't want to have anything to do with it. Tom Timbuktu or whoever, he never did anything to me. So instead of you taking up for that person or speaking against the gossip or slander, you join in because you want to find a connection. You're trying to connect with that person in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Also, you'll stop ignoring your own feelings for the sake of others. Have you ever been uncomfortable in a situation, but you're like, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to offend Jane Doe or John Doe? Well, Jane Doe or John Doe don't have a problem offending you, so why not speak up for yourself? Why not protect your own feelings? Why not be proactive in doing the right thing? And when you start doing it and realizing that you're doing it effortlessly, you'll know that you're on the right side of healing. You'll know that you're on the right side of being more authentic and walking in your true divine self. You'll know. Also, accepting help from others. Now, this is something that I always found hard to do when I was operating in codependency because I didn't want to be a burden to anyone else. And I always felt that no one poured into me or loved me or I wasn't deserving enough. You know, codependency comes from low self-worth as well as low self-esteem. And I suffered with that as well back then. So I wouldn't ask for help. But now if I need help, I'm asking. And I don't have a problem with asking more than one person because even with codependency, if you ask and you're declined or denied or you feel rejected, you recluse. You're like, no, I'm not gonna ask anyone else. I'd be darned, I'm asking. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask because if I need the help, I need the help. Okay, and ask. Just ask. And just make sure you're asking the right people. Make sure you're not asking manipulative people who are going to use that they helped you as a form of baiting you back into the realm of codependency or keeping you stuck from uncovering who you really are and who you should be. Okay, and speaking your truth. So make sure you're asking the right people. Your intuition tells you everything. You just have to trust your intuition. That's an entire topic video for another time. And then you'll start keeping your boundaries. That's another thing you'll notice. You'll start keeping those boundaries. Recently, I'm in a new state. I live alone. Well, I don't live alone, but I live alone. Meaning I have people around me. I'm surrounded by family and friends. But I also am in another state trying to make connections with different people. And I connected with someone. I don't know what's going on with their personality, but I immediately felt it and I inserted my boundaries and I held it. I held on to my boundaries. I didn't fall back into what I mentioned earlier about putting their feelings before my own by saying, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to offend her. I said it. I said, if you keep talking like this or making, she would just throw little comments out whenever we go somewhere. You always have to get dressed up. Do you always put on makeup? Do you always do this? Do you always do that? She even called me trifling because I didn't do something that she wanted me to. She thought that I should have just done just to do. I've only known her like for a week, but I immediately inserted my boundaries. And once those boundaries were overlooked, I removed myself effortlessly without skipping a beat or missing anything. You get to that point and you know that you're healing. All right. And just saying no. Hey, would you like to go to this party, or could you do something for me? I need you to do something for me. Now, remember, I just talked about asking for help. It's okay to ask for help, but it's also okay to say no when you're at capacity and you're not able to extend that help. Now, I'm not telling you to be mean in all of this because there's always a tone and a way to do things respectfully. But if you can't do it, you can't. Hey, can you lend me a couple of $100 until next Tuesday? I'm sorry that you're in the situation where you're looking for the money, but I'm not in the capacity to be able to give it to you. It's okay to say no and still have friendships and relationships. And with codependency, you would look for that $200 and give it to them because you would be so afraid of losing that person, or so afraid of what they may think or say or feel about you. But you can't save other people. You have to save yourself first. They tell you on the airplane to put your own oxygen mask on before putting on someone else's. And if you don't have the extra $200, you don't have it. If you do have it and you don't mind giving it away, and I say giving it because they may not be able to pay you back, then go for it. Okay? Go for it. And then stop apologizing. You stop apologizing when it's not necessary. I used to apologize for everything. Someone could bump into me and I would turn around and say, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. They bumped into me. Like, really, girl? They bumped into me. So if you find yourself doing that, check out that link. But if you're getting better with being around people and not just over apologizing for no freaking reason at all, just I'm sorry, excuse me, and just being overly polite and nice, oh, you're well on your way. If you're no longer doing that, I commend you. Okay. Another thing would be being your abundantly authentic self, and the reason why I say abundantly is because there's so much that you receive when you live out your life authentically. And once you become your authentic self, you love yourself. The low self-worth goes away. The people pleasing goes away. The need to look or be accepted into a certain group of people goes away. And speaking of a certain group of people, you also remove yourself from toxicity. You also remove yourself from people with toxic traits and personalities that influenced you to be their source of energy, so to speak. So you remove yourself from all of that. That's freedom. Oh, that feels amazing. I cannot tell you how great it feels to operate in your own authenticity. I'm going to give you a brief story. Look at my hair. It's in its natural state. If you look at my old videos, especially the ones in 2020 when we were going through the pandemic and I couldn't get to a hair salon. Oh my gosh. I was always told that my hair in order for me to be attractive, I needed to have straight, long hair. Or if my hair was short, it needed to be straight and curled and styled at all times. Now, this is something that was embedded in me and taught to me since I was yay high. Okay. I was always taught that my hair like this wasn't acceptable. It wasn't even pretty. But now that I live authentically, I don't give a damn what you think about my beautiful hair. I love my hair. It's connected to me. It's a part of who I am. It's my identity. And I love it. And if you don't like it, that's on you. It has nothing to do with me. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. Just like who you are has nothing to do with me. I have sole ownership over this body, not you. Not you. Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. I didn't realize the video was going to be this long. I didn't mean to talk that much, but it's effortless for me because I'm a talker. But I just want to encourage you again, go to the link in the bio, schedule your consultation, invest in yourself, invest in being authentic, invest in being you. Let me be your coach to help you get there, to help you get there. I can't do it without you, and you can't do it without investing in yourself. All right? It's worth it. Just think of the money we spend on shoes and out to dinner and different things, stuff that we end up donating. Shoes and clothes and just things that we just give away because it's just accumulating dust, or it's just taking up space because we're not utilizing it, or a reward for a special event or something, and then we just discard it. So invest in yourself. You deserve it. Follow me on all of my social media handles. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and TikTok as The Essence of Femininity. And of course, I'm on YouTube as I'm Yellow Butterfly. Thank you for watching and have a great one. Bye-bye.